Okay, we are going to start, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. We have Lizzie Agnello from Brave Little Fighters Foundation back in New York, and we have Jen Herman, mom of Benny, and we are interviewing them today to talk about how and if CBD has helped our little Benny. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, Jen. Welcome, Lizzie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yes. So, Lizzie, you want to just give a one minute synopsis of what Brave Little Fighters is?
Sure. Thank you so much to both of you for letting me be here today. Brave Little Fighters was founded about 2 years ago to create a place of belonging and increase hope and happiness for children with life-threatening and terminal illnesses here in Buffalo, New York. We serve ages 3 to 18 currently, and we've grown the program to about 100 families in a relatively short time. So we're 100% volunteer based. We achieve our mission through outings all year round. And of course, in 2020, that proved extremely difficult, but we found other ways like discovering Allie in order to increase their quality of life, for example. So yeah, that's a very brief synopsis, but that's what we're doing. And we're really looking forward to a great second half of 2021, I think. So hopefully.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I am just so honored to be a part of your organization, Lizzie, and to help our Brave Little Fighters. And Jen, if you could introduce yourself and tell us how your son came to be where we are today, what he was diagnosed at what age, and so maybe some of his symptoms.
Sure. My name's Jen Herman, and my son Benedict has idiopathic aplastic anemia. He was diagnosed with that around 18 months, but he presented around 16 months. So it took him 2 months to figure out what was going on with the poor little guy. And what aplastic anemia is the body completely shuts down and doesn't produce blood in his case. So he was basically living off blood and platelet transfusions while they treated him. And it was a really horrible 6 months that we went through while they kind of figured it out and got him stabilized. And it's treated like leukemia. So it's like having cancer, but without the cancer diagnosis. So it's just not fun.
And how old was he when he was diagnosed?
He was diagnosed at around 18 months. He is now 5 years old, so we made it through it. He's been transfusion free for almost 2 years. 2 years next month was huge, because at one point he was getting transfused almost every other day. So I can't even tell you how many transfusions he had. It had to be in the hundreds, and that was only when he was like 2, not even. Wow. So he's come a long way. We're finally in remission. Yay!
So tell us this, what are some of his symptoms?
For him, like right now?
Yes, before taking CBD.
Okay. Before, Benny's just kind of been struggling emotionally because he kind of lost a year in development. So he had some anxiety with playing with others. His digestion got really messed up because the medications they had him on were strong. And it would make my tongue numb. I accidentally got some of his medicine on my tongue once. And I was like, oh, this is horrible. And he took everything because he learned at a young age that if I take my medicine, I can leave the hospital early. And so he took willingly anything and everything that was given to him. And I have to say that includes supplements because the CBD oil doesn't taste the greatest either. But he's just an amazing kid. And but he seems to really seem to getting some effects of the CBD oil because he's actually asking for it. And to me, that means that something is definitely working. I think right now it's internal, like it might be helping with his digestion, and just calming that stress and anxiety in his body, just kind of repairing it because he's been through hell and back. So I think it gave him a mental boost too. He's 5 and he's doing like first grade math and doing some mental math in his head, which is pretty young to do. So I think it kind of just helped get those toxins out of his body so his body could heal and process, just any type of stimuli.
Wow, that's wonderful. And how long has he been on the CBD, and what is his dose?
He has been on since the end of December. I think that's the when we talked last. And he is up to 3 drops now, once a day. And then the 5 drops of oil topically.
Oh,
which
nice.
is the
BCT, the
Yes.
beta-caryophyllene. So that's a terpene that's found in cannabis, and it's when you use it on the skin, it gets into the bloodstream and it really supercharges the CBD. So 3 drops once a day is a teeny bitty bit. And it's
I
wonderful
think
that you've seen. It's a
it's
lot of liquid to keep under the tongue though, right?
yeah, so we've come up with creative ways to try to get him not to swallow and to hold it there for a little bit.
Okay. If it becomes really difficult, you can put the 3 drops in, a tablespoon of whatever, water, juice, or whatever, and have him swallow it. It'll be a little less effective, but if it's easier for you for compliance issues, then do that, okay? And then also, if you can bump it up to twice a day, that's going to help him.
Okay, how much twice a day?
The same 3 drops.
Okay.
And I would actually, that's only 3 milligrams twice a day. And I would try to up that even to 6 drops twice a day. Now, at 6 drops, that's going to be a lot of liquid under the tongue, but the more you give him, the more it's going to detox his cells and help him with the anxiety and start to repair some of the inflammation, because it's a very significant anti-inflammatory. Okay?
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
We will do that.
Wow. So you're taking 3 drops once a day. That's just 3 milligrams. It's a real small amount, which is wonderful that you're seeing this response already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to add?
No, I was just saying, I think his body just responded to it because we've tried a different hemp oil. It didn't do anything. We had no response.
No response. Yeah. This is a very powerful, very absorbable, and it's got great genetics. It's been planted, grown correctly, et cetera, et cetera. So, so I would expect if you bump up his dose, you'll see even more benefit. And if it becomes too tough to say do 6 drops twice a day under the tongue, then just add it to a tablespoon of water. You'll get a little less potency, but if you got to do what you got to do and make it easy on yourself. Your life is hard enough without trying to, get this into him. Has he asked for any other product?
No, there's just some gummy vitamins or, some other vitamins that he likes to take. But no, he actually asks for it. He brings me the 2 bottles and he's ready. And then we found too, it's better in the beginning of the day than at nighttime. So we'll go ahead and do it both and see how he responds to that. But he's happy as a clam with it.
Awesome.
So I'm not gonna rock the boat.
Yeah. So do both the BCP topically and the tincture under the tongue at the same time, twice a day.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right.
Do that.
Great. Lizzie, do you have anything you want to add?
I was just so delighted when Jen shared with me that he's asking for it. I remember when she said that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, so that must mean that he's noticing his body responding really well. So that was great news, and I'm so glad that we could all get together and talk through things. That's great.
Definitely. Thank you both so
Oh,
much.
yes.
Yeah, it seems to be helping him, and I'm like, anything,
Yeah.
is wonderful.
So let's bump it up and see if we can get a bigger effect and a bigger benefit. And then also, how is he with, has he been able to play with any other kids? And has that been better, like the interaction with the other kids and the anxiety and?
Yes, we finally we've been going to an open gym with other families for the last couple months, and finally yesterday he went into the gym and played with other kids without me, because he would stay out with the moms and me by myself. So that's why I was like, oh yay! Share that
That's
today,
amazing.
'cause that
Okay.
is huge, because normally it might have been parallel play or he'd be in another room. But yesterday it was actually, he was interacting with the other kids in the group, which, yeah, I've been waiting for that for a long time.
Great.
So that was
Wonderful.
wonderful.
Okay,
That's
so bump up that dose and let's see if we can get that as a normal everyday occurrence that he does that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
great.
Well, thank you both. Jen, thank you so much for being here. And I'm so happy for Benny. And Lizzie, keep doing the great work you're doing. And I will
you.
support you guys as much as I can, okay?
You're so awesome, Allie. Thank you for all your help. I
Right back
appreciate
at
it.
you. Right back at you.
Thank you both.
All right.
Have a great
Thank you both
weekend.
so much. Appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.